Live day one coverage of the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open played here at the beautiful Birch Hill Country Club. Timothy Lowe here. Great to have your company for another week of exciting golf on the KLPGA Tour. It's an 800 million Korean won prize pot up for grabs this week. And currently, So-Yeon Jung leads the way at 9 under par with a blistering opening round of 63. She sits 3 clear of Yoon Seo, Hwang Ye-na and Kim Min-byul as we head out to the golf course with this afternoon's featured groups. Great to be back here on the KLPGA Tour, and it's a lovely day for some summertime golf in South Korea. Park Min-ji coming up the hill here at the par 3-6 for birdie, and whoa, hello! From way downtown, Park Min-ji is going to quickly get herself up to 3 under par. That's 3 birdies in a row for the now 4-time winner of the Celtrion Ladies Masters. Picked up a nice bonus check of 300 million Korean won for that rare accomplishment. It's not going to count towards her prize money she's already banked this season, but nice of the sponsors to acknowledge Minji's great accomplishment. The only player in the history of the game of the KLPGA Tour to win the same event 4 years in a row. Now go back to 6. Just a little tap in here for Jun Yi-sung. Excellent tee shot into this par 3. That's going to get her back to even par for the day. Well done. Little topsy-turvy for Yi-sung, but it's heading back in the right direction. Now, Lim Jin-hee making her first start in some time on the KLPGA Tour. She's been plying her trade stateside on the LPGA Tour with the very best in the women's game, where so many of the golfers on this tour aspire to get to one day. You can hear it. That wind really starting to whip round Birch Hill. It's fizzling past our camera, so it's going to be interesting for the afternoon starters. See how they cope in these swirly, gusty conditions. This is going to be a quick downhill right to lefter. Oh, grabbed a piece, but it slipped out on the high side. Just takes a little bit more pace on it. Touch unlucky there. It's going to be a little bit of work to do coming back. Yoon Ina. Tee shot into some trouble. Had to reload off the tee. So now playing 4. Just gotten it up just short of the green. That's not too bad. Lost in a playoff last week. 3-way playoff with Park Ji-young to the eventual winner. Park Hyun-kyung picked up her second title of the season to go along with the Doosan match play crown she picked up last month. Choi Min-kyung continues to put some very good golf together. She's now up to 5 under. What a hot start for Choi Min-kyung. As you can see, plenty of good scores already recorded out at Birch Hill, but none better than So-Yeon Jung, who leads the way by 3 after an opening 63. Second shot into the 7th for Jenny Sung, who's just coming off a birdie at 6. Pin today on this 7th, just in the sort of middle back portion of the green. That's nicely negotiated for Yi Sung. Im Jin Hee. Slight downhill lie here, which always makes things a little bit awkward when you're playing to an elevated green. Six times a winner on tour. Hasn't been back to South Korea since her victory at the end of last season at the SK Telecom Championship. This is Park Gale. Still looking for that first win since 2018 is Gale. Started off the year rather strongly, but she's come off 2 missed cuts in her last 3 starts. And that's just going to cling on to the back left edge of the green. Good shot there for Gale. Currently 36th on the money list with just over 123 million won earned for the season. Seung Hui. Ooh, wow, got that one to stop on a dime. Excellent shot there from the reigning Korean Women's Open champion. Backed up that finish with a solid top 15 last week at Fortune Hills at the BC Card Han Kyung Ladies Cup. Oh dear. That's a tilly little miss there for Park A-Rum. She's going to slide back to 3 under par. Now Minji. 19 professional titles on the KLPGA Tour. That's an excellent shot. 3 good birdie looks to come for Park Min-ji and company at the 7th. Surge into 9. 122 meters left pin on the front portion of the green today, but that's just a little wide. Now, Ina, much like a Bang Shin-sil, possesses so much club head speed, but every once in a while just tends to get it offline off the tee. She's paying the price for an errant tee shot here at the par 5. Now pitching up for her 5th, already 1 over par. Oh, and that's going to just stay on that top plateau, so about 10 feet left for bogey. Looks to be Han Jin-seon coming into this 9th. Having a very productive front 9, 3 under par already. But that's just going to hang on the top slope, is it? No, it's going to try and work its way back. Okay. Not too bad. Should be heading back to her happy place in a couple of weeks' time at the High One Resorts Ladies Open. And she'll look to pick up a 3rd straight victory at High One Resorts. Join an elite group of ladies. And here's the only lady who's won a championship 4 times in a row. Park Min-ji at the Celtrion Queens. This birdie looked to take it 4 deep through 7 holes. Looked a little low, but tracks in the middle. Park Min-ji is dialed in with the flat stick today. What a start there. this little rise for Jin Hee. Severely under hitting that one. Kind of a poor putt there for Jin Hee. Maybe used to the faster greens that she's been playing on in the States and the LPGA Tour this season. Just off the left side of 9. So Jin. So this putt should move a little left to right for Gale. Should be fairly flat round the cup. Just slightly downhill to start, so an outside birdie opportunity here for Park to take her the right side of par. Oh, well done, Park Gale. Nice birdie there. Will move her to 1 under. Get her birdie account for the day started. Just a little tap in left here for the Korean Women's Open champion, Ro Seung-hui. So like Park Gale, she'll get it to 1 under. Enough for a share of 40th as things stand. The par 5s really are scoring opportunities for you and Ina, so you're quite gutted to not walk off with a birdie. You'd be even more livid if you walk off dropping more than 1. She's got this bogey putt to fall back to just 2 over par. Still early days in this 54-hole championship. Scoring opportunities are plenty, but you don't want to leave yourself too much work to do, not with the cut line looming at the end of play tomorrow evening. Okay, that's well hauled. Second ball birdie means that's going to be a drop shot for Ina. Started off so solidly with that birdie at the first, but it's taken a double and a bogey since. Now Han Jin-sun, downhill slick one, moving from right to left for birdie at 9. To keep this great start rolling. Can confirm that was Han Jin-sun. There you go, got the right graphic up. Unfortunately, just couldn't get that putt high enough for Jin-sun. Still, that's a solid outward half of 33. These are the putts that Jin Hee's looked so solid over for most of her career. Very aggressive putter, likes to see the ball sort of just take out the back edge of the cup and tumble in. Hardly ever see her babying a putt in. That's well done. Now back up on the tee, Park Min-ji. Look at that cavernous bunker down the right as your start line. Just try and turn a tight draw off it. She's dealt with the expectation and pressure of being a major champion now very well, Ro Seung-hui. Hasn't really changed her as a person, still very much the same person she was before that fruitful trip to Rainbow Hills, and that's the attitude you have to take. Yes, it's a life-changing amount of money. It's a 5-year exemption on the KLPGA Tour, but you're still out here to play golf every week. The successes or failures of the week before do not impact how you approach the week to come. Easier said than done in this crazy old game. Just one hole at a time, one shot at a time. Jin Hee off the hit on the tee box at the par 4 9th. So nice to be back amongst old friends once again on the KLPGA Tour. Fasten your seatbelts. Yun Ina now on the tee, and she's got driver. Expect this one to comfortably stamp the tee shot of Jin Hee by at least 10-15 yards. Go well past the little circle in the middle of the fairway. Players make their way up the hill towards this 9th green. It's a beautiful summer's day for golf here in the KLPGA Tour. A little gusty in some places, but otherwise very enjoyable conditions out here at Birch Hill. Lee Dong-eun, 3rd shot to the 8th. Putting that back left step today, and that is nicely played from Lee Dong-eun. Now Seung-hui a little bit further down the fairway, would love to lay it up to a nice full wedge. Maximum control to try and access that left pin. Choi Min Kyung, awkward bunker shot on 8, working against the angle of the green. It's been such a solid start to her championship, but She's got to have a pretty lengthy par putt to try and preserve that momentum. Remember, when she's at her best, she is so good from right around that 125 meter and in yardage. Looks like she's left herself her favorite number coming into it as we go up to 9, and the second shot of Park Gaol looking to keep the ball in that front portion of this green. She's leaked that one out right. Yeah, you can just see fell off balance at the end and unlucky. That's pitched on a pretty steep slope and it's rolled towards the back edge of the bunker. She's going to have no green to work with and off a downhill slope, so a bit of a misstep there for Gaol. Now back to 8 green. You see that flag really starting to flutter in the breeze as Kim Min-joo seeks another birdie here. So Gaol make this downhill moving to the right. Does it have enough? No, it doesn't. Jin-hee 10 yards closer than Gaol. So you want to be left of this flag if anything. Oof. You take it straight at it if you're him, Jin-hee. Fabulous shot. So par putt for Min Kyung to stay 5 under and within 4. Oh, beautifully holed. And tell you what, you ask her as she makes the turn, what was the best putt you hold? She's not going to say any one of those birdies on 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. She's going to say that par putt at 8 because it keeps the card clean and keeps her at 5 under par. Now, Ina should just be a little pitching wedge left into this pin. It's a gap wedge, in fact. Great shot there. So much more control and spin coming in with a shorter club. Okay, trickles that in. Nice putt there for Lee Dong-eun. So, I've really talked you up with this shot here, Minji. Do not let me down. It's a back left pin. But he should be coming off the left as well. 74 meters. Should be a pretty smooth sand wedge here. Don't think she's got to take anything off it. I tell you, when she is on, she is absolutely majestic to watch in full flight. Fabulous stuff from Park. So we just into that secondary cut of rough, so this one's going to be a little bit unpredictable to judge. One hand off, it didn't like it, and, well, not overly bothersome where she's left that third shot. Min Kyung back on 90. This is going to be a real test of a short game skills, Park Gale. Got to lower your hands, open the club face, try and slide that club under the ball as quick as you can. Put as much loft on it because you've only got about 3 paces of room between the edge of the green and the pin. That one came out very low. Yeah, just a poor second shot, leaving her all sorts of problems here at 9. Got to keep some good acceleration here, even though it's only a very short shot for Ro Seong Hui. Be landing on a downslope, so I pitch this about 2 yards on the green. Oh, fabulous touch from Ro. Min Ji has certainly been on a bit of a hot streak lately. We'll pick up with some of the highlights. Started off with 3 straight pars before this birdie at the 4th. She would keep things rolling with this curling birdie putt at the 5th. The par 3-6, not her best of tee shots, left in this little gully in the middle of the green, but when your putt is hot, well, it's hot. Then another excellent approach into the 7th green and a beautifully holed putt. Dead weight. Perfect line on it. 4 in a row for Park Min Ji, and now she's got to look at a 5th consecutive birdie coming up here at 8. Oh, walking them in now, Park Min Ji. 5 in a row, and she's into the top 5. Now Park Geol hit at 9 for par. pays the price for a clumsy second with a bogey. She'll turn in even par. Jinhee took an aggressive line with her second. It's now for birdie. Again, just shy with the pace. It'll take maybe a day or two to get adjusted to the pace of greens back here in South Korea. Yoon Ina to put up bookend birdies at 1 and 9 to start her championship with a level par outward half of 36. Would have seen how much Jinhee's ball turned at the cup, so maybe just a fraction more pace or start this a little bit further outside the right edge. Yeah, nicely done. Great bounce back birdie for Yoon Ina. Beg your pardon. Turns in one over. Got carried away there. Forgot about the double back at the 6th. Go up to the 10th. The 3rd of Soe Jin. So to the red-hot Park Min-ji, back on the 9th tee at 5 under par. Roh Seung-hui taking this one down a little bit, which suggests to me perhaps there's a little bit of cross breeze or headwind on this night. Just trying to keep this ball flight a little bit lower, sort of bore it through that swirling wind. Gale for a bogey. Dear, double bogey, 6 out of the middle of the fairway. That one's going to sting for Park Gale. So, birdie putt. Now on 10 to get the back nine of Sawyer Jin underway. Now, beautifully holed. Takes it a 3 under. Choi Min Kyung, who like Park Min Ji has been red hot to start off her opening round of this afternoon session of day one. Birdie putt here on 9. The turn in 30. She can't miss right now, can she? Blistering pace set by Choi Min Kyung, who gets into a 4-way share of second with a wonderful front 9.
잠시 멈춰주세요.
I've seen this putt once or twice already today. Starts outside right edge, but you got to keep the pace up, or this is going to dive left in a hurry for Kim Min Joo. Yeah. Well holds. Good save there. Head to the turn in 34. Sung second into the 9th. Oh, throwing darts out there. That one just releasing on a little bit more for Jenny Sung. You can see this. It sits above the level of the fairway by some 6-7 yards. It's always just a little bit uncomfortable playing to an elevated target, especially in blustery conditions, because you are trying to get that ball elevated as quickly as possible. So he's throwing it up into the gust. She's played that well. So unable to get it to toss out an anchor quicker than that, but still a solid shot. Nice angle to be coming in from the left side of this fairway. Pretty well done. Day one action from the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Rolling along here from Birch Hill. Choi Min Kyung has entered the conversation at 6 under par, but it's still Soyeon Jung leading by 3. So first of the birdie putts at the 9th for Chun Yi-sung. Guarantee you her two playing partners will be paying close attention to this one. It's going to fall off low, but yeah, that should just about be okay for Chun Yi-sung. Out to the back 9 and the red hot Choi Min Kyung, 6 under par, playing the par 5 10th.
Okay.
So, what have you learned from that putt, Ro Seong Hui? Got it a little bit higher, but nowhere near hard enough. Now, Park Yeol looking to put the disappointment of the double at 9 behind her. This is her third into the 10th from 102. Oh, excellent shot there from Park. Very nicely done indeed. Minji send that one up high enough, but just a little too pacey. A decent try and still a fabulous front 9 for Park Minji. Take nothing away from that front side of 31. The string of birdies will come to an end. So far, so good for Park Minji here at Birch Hill. I said this was a formality, but just from this angle, looks like a bit more of a tiddler. Chun Yi-sung still. You need to start this one outside the hole, just inside left edge with good pace. Knew it straight off the bat. Well done. Solid 2-putt, but a bit of a ho-hum front 9 for former Celtrion Queens champion. Of a Collagen Queens, excuse me. Getting my Queens mixed up now. Ina Magitude's reached this par 5 in 2. This an eagle putt for Ina. Asking that one to hurry down the slope. It's not going to, and just a bit of a knee knocker left for Yun. Min Kyung doesn't have the power of Yun now, so it's just going to be a layup here. It's important to avoid those fairway traps about 100 yards from the green. Just done that nicely. Jinhee. This 2 for eagle. 2 good hits from him, Jinhee, to leave her in this spot. Going straight down this slope. And just sends that out a little too wide. Splashing out of this pink fairway bunker is Lee Dong-eun. So I looked like she caught that little heavy. Let's only look down at something in that fairway bunker. So that third shot could be coming in for quite a long way back as we go up to the green, and Park Kaeol looking to get back to even par. Yeah, well done. Nice response after that 6 at the 9th. Park Kaeol sandwiches her double bogey between a couple of birdies. Bucket up ahead at the 11th is Seo-jin. Just a little clumsy with that one. Ina, still a bit of tidying up to do for her birdie. The 10th. Okay, nice birdie. Back to even for you, Nina. So par putt coming back for Seo-jin at 11. And that one has gone trickling on past. Yeah, for a trio of birdies at 10 for this group. Kaeol and Ina already in for 4s. Same 2 for In Jinhee. Nice 2 putt for her, takes her into red figures. Who's waited for the green to clear? Seen players get home in 2 already. That's going to just go tumbling on. And yeah, well done, Kim Min-joo. Is it going to stay there? That's the question. There's a little fall off there. Yeah, 2 good hits from Kim at the 10th. Do get a little extra distance off the tee with this elevated tee box at this par 5. Just need to avoid that pink bunker down the left-hand side of this fairway if you were to entertain thoughts of reaching with your second, or attacking with your second, I should say. So Minji, great front 9. Can she keep it rolling here on the back side? The birch 9. Give this an extra look. Is this one heading a touch left? No, that's fine. Left center of the fairway. A little bit further up the hole. Lee Dong-eun. Third shot now from 157. So this is still a good sort of mid-long iron Dongan. Oh, it doesn't matter how far it is. That's a stellar third shot. And that's going to be for birdie. An unlikely one at that after a poor tee shot. Now bogey putt up on the 11th for Sojin. Okay, it just slips in the left edge. Min Kyung's third. Be able to get a bit more spin on this than Lee Dungan, coming in with a much shorter club. Can really go on the attack here. Pretty accessible pin. The pace of scoring has been excellent so far on day one. Choi Min Kyung making the best progress in the afternoon. 6 under through 9, but he's still trailing So Yun Jung by 3. In the mood that Choi Min Kyung's been in today with this club, odds on she's probably going to make this one to break out of that tie for second place. Just inside her 10 feet. Oh, nothing is stopping Choi Min Kyung right now. That's a 7th birdie of her day. Now draws within 2 of your championship leader, So Jung. A nice tee shot for Park Min-ji at the 10th, but I wonder if she's going to go for it in 2. Don't think so. So just looking out right there, and the further right you are down this fairway, the more it opens up the angle to today's left hole location. Steady, yeah, inch perfect there for Park Min-ji, right to the far edge of the fairway. Just a little half wedge left into the green. Up on the green, Lee Dong-eun for a birdie 4. Okay, well done. Not the way that she drew it up, but she'll happily take that 4 nonetheless. Yeah. And Jin-hee up at the 11th, slight uphill lie. Looks like she's just coming out of the first cut of rough. And this front edge of the green, it should release on. Took a soft bounce, but solid shot. Another big tee shot. She can pretty much carry this all the way to the flagstick. It's just target golf for her with this kind of power and precision. It's just not fair sometimes when she gets her tee balls in play. It's a massive weapon she possesses. Can produce some excellent shots from really places that nobody else in the field will play from. A bit earlier in the week, get to see a couple of the KLPGA Tour stars. Lee Ye-won giving some juniors pointers here at Birch Hill, part of the KLPGA's commitment to growing the game and introducing this wonderful sport to a new generation of stars here in South Korea. Yeowon, Bang Shun-sil, and a couple of their colleagues were on hand to dish out some helpful tips and tricks for the youngsters around the region here at Birch Hill. And after you're done with a hard day's work, why not stop off and get some snacks? Park Hyun-kyung, Im Jin-hee, more than happy to indulge. One of the many things to do here at the McCol Monopark Ladies Open. Choi Min Kyung, wide target this 11th fairway. She's only 2 behind So Jung now. Down to the green, Im Jin-hee, downhill left to right slider to take her tally to 2 under par. Well done. She's starting to get dialed in on these surfaces. That's back-to-back birdies for the returning Im Jin-hee. Minji. Oof. Just pitched that a little far, and that was an uncharacteristically firm bounce. So he's just slightly off-center hit there for Park. Now Ina for 3 birdies in a row to take her back to 1 under par. Just looked a little low. Ina squanders a great opportunity there at 11. Ro Seung-hui also laying up at the 10th. Hopefully she produces a slightly better shot than Minji just did. Gale at 11. Okay, no problems there. Good solid par. Han Jun-sun. Birdie at the 12th. Okay, takes her back to 3 under par. She'll get back the shot she dropped to start her back 9. It's one of those chip shots you can actually think about giving it a run to, but not with the putter. She's got quite a bit of fringe grass to contend with first for Park.
Okay.
Just a little timid with the pace there from Minji. First look of the day at the par 3 12th, where Im Jin-hee is starting to string some birdies together. It's 159 meters, this par 3. Pinned today pretty much smack dab in the middle of the green, 26 on from the front. Somewhere right there. Excellent stuff from Im Jin-hee. Now Seung-hui for birdie. And he produced a dominant display Sunday at Rainbow Hills to comfortably claim her breakthrough major championship title, a breakthrough title on the KLPGA Tour. Yoon Ina. I'd like to think this is quite possibly just a 9-iron for Ina. It's an elevated tee box, so again, that ball going to spend quite a bit of time in the air, get a little extra distance. She doesn't have to worry about run out so much. She can just fly it into that middle section of the green, get it to stop pretty quick. left, just a little left. Nothing disastrous. Still a decent look. Kyong. Riding a wave of momentum and form like she is right now. Every pin just looks so inviting to attack. Middle of the fairway, wedge in hand. Expect this one no worse than 15 feet. It's relentless pressure she is piling on Yong thus far in this opening round. Yong carding that beautiful round of 63 already. That is very much under threat from Choi Min Kyung's exploits this afternoon. And Minju from 106. Staring at that one a long time. Pretty good. Much left in this for Park Min-ji's par at 10. Oh, why don't we have a look at this par 4 11th on the Birch side of Birch Hill. 369 meters, but plays maybe about 10-15 meters shorter than that with the elevated tee. That trouble on the right really doesn't come into play off the tee for these players. It take a really wild miss for there to be any sort of danger from that penalty area. It's a wide landing area. It does pinch in a little bit, but most of the field going to be coming in with short irons, maybe even a wedges for some of the bigger hitters. This green, though, is pretty big. It's 50 yards deep, but the pin in the front portion today, just 13 from the front and 6 from the right edge. So as far as accessibility goes, it's one of the easier pins you're going to find on this 11th green. Kim Min-ju. Downhill right to left to take it a 3 under. Not going to be too speedy, so can give this one a good wrap. Beautifully rolled for Kim Min-ju. Nice birdie there. Now back up on the tee box. Park Min-ji with driver. So Jenna hit at the par 4 13th with this 25-footer for birdie. Oh, wraps that one in the bottom with some confidence. Nice birdie there for Saw. Bit of a seesaw track over the last hour and a half. Dong'un. Currently second on the Rookie of the Year points list. Runner-up at the Nexen St. Nine Masters at Gimhae Gaya back in April. And like Kim Min-ju, she'll pop that one in. Nice birdie there. 3 in her last 4 holes for Lee Dong-un. Now Park Gaeol. Just on the right side of this 12th green. Working uphill from right to left. Just didn't hit it. Another birdie. Kyung. Good look at it. Right to left, coming downhill. Move left very early on her. That was a very strange looking putt. It almost looked like it hit a spike mark about 3 feet after contact. Back to 13. Birdie putt here for Han Jin Son. Has it bettered her third place finish at the NH Ladies Championship back in May. Couple of miscuts since then, non-factor last week with a tie for 43rd at Fortune Hills. Choi Min Kyung with a rarity this opening round, a putt for par. Okay, tried to get away, but it didn't. Jinseon. Oh dear. Those are really not the putts that you can afford to miss early doors in a championship at any point in a championship. An untimely 3-putt, and she tumbles back to 2 under. Great aerial view here at this beautiful 11th hole. Players expect decent birdie looks with scoring clubs in hand. First to go will be the most recent major championship winner on the KLPGA Tour. Major season rolls on to formidable Jade Palace at the Hanwha Classic in August. We head over to the KB Financial Group Star Championship in Incheon and then round out major championship season for the Korean ladies at Blue Heron at the Haight Jinro Championship, where Lee Won defends her breakthrough major crown. Lee Won opened up with a very solid round of 67 this morning. We'll see her in tomorrow afternoon's featured group coverage. Yoon Ina for a birdie at 12. At the line, just not the pace. Now, Park Min-ji, 107. Again, this is where she shines. Just grabbed a little quick on her. Certainly was on a very tasty line. Min Kyung has cut into that lead of Seo Yeon-jung, but it's still so clear by 2 after that morning round of 63 here on day 1 of the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. A birdie opportunity for Park Min-ji, who waits here at 11 to take her into that tie for third at 6 under. And Choi Min-kyung got the best afternoon round working at 7 under bogey free, and that one was just a straight up misread for Park. So to the red hot Min-kyung up at the 12th tee. Again, pretty accessible pin today. Not too much danger lurking around the target here at 12. Just going to finish up in that little low collection area, right side of this green. Saw Park Gayol there a little bit earlier on. Now, Ro Seung-hui, slow putt straight up the hill for birdie at 11. To be the 13th hole here, 14th, excuse me, at Soyajin, inside of 100 meters. Just half a club short there. Took a little too much off it, and that's going to go rolling off that false front. Jin Hee to make par back at 12. Now looking to attack this front flag at the 13th off the slight upslope in the first cut of rough. I toss this one up high, get to come down very soft. That's the difference, coming out the fairway and coming out of the rough, just not able to apply any sort of spin on it. It's tumbling along. Just got to hit this harder than you think. Pretty steep slope here at 12 for Choi Min-kyung. He's left himself another bit of a tester there, Choi Min-kyung. Putting touches just got a little cold over the last 2 holes. She'll get lots of spin on this coming out of the short grass. That is a very poor wedge shot from Yong. Certainly hope that's not plugged. Back to 12 and Kim Min-ju's birdie effort. First look of the day at the always popular Lee Ga-young, second shot into the 14th. Currently at 1 under par, she'll have that to get to 2. Min-kyung, now another tester. Made a great par saving putt at 8. Hold a putt from right around this length for par back at 11. You don't want to keep leaving yourself these testers. It's to stay 7 under. It's finally come back to haunt her. That's a 3-putt. Just off the edge of the green, but a 3-putt bogey. Slide Choi Min Kyung back into that share of second at 6 under. Yun Ina. A little bit of green up the slope here for a birdie at 12. Give it enough pace, Yong. Not too much pace. Straight through the break, unfortunately, for Ro. And just a little flick up the hill into this pin on 13. We've seen it's hard to hold it in this front section. Minji. Lovely shot to here. Get back amongst the birdies here at the 12th. Well done, Park Min-ji. Getting congested at 6 under par now. Park Min-ji finds her first birdie of the inward side. Now try Min Kyung. Up ahead at the 13th. Goes scuttling on through towards the back half of this par 4. Tricky green, this one, the 13th. Catching out one or two players. Han Jin Sun. Bit of a hanging line, this. Ball below her feet, coming in with a 9-iron to the 15th. She has made a great fist of that one. Beautiful shot. Well controlled. Xionghui to the 13th tee. Short little par 4 this, 295 meters, but so important to find the fairway. Just left, should be okay. Okay, awkward stance here on 14, balls out of the bunker, but sitting down in that rough. This can be a bit awkward if you've got a long bunker shot, but I think she's far enough back where it's pretty much a standard full pitching wedge here from 84 meters. It's pretty compact sand, so you clip this nicely. Should get a lot of spin on it. Ventures a little bit wide, but no real troubles there. Birdie opportunity at the 15th for Seo-jin. Unable to capitalize, she'll have to stay at 3 under. Choi Min Kyung. Just be content to get out of here with a stress-free 2-putt at 14. Okay, nicely done. Good pace. It's a wonderful second shot for Han Jin-son, but it matters not if you can't convert the putt. Just never really looked settled on that, did she? Back at 2 over par now after that drop shot, and that poor pitch is going to do little to improve her mood at 14. Slide back to the second shot of Chun Yi-sung into 13. Can she find the front portion of this putting surface? Gonna have to land it almost short of the green coming out of the rough. Yeah, so many players going long into this green. It's bizarre, truly is. See what this lady can do. Really got to get some good elevation on this. Yeah, you could see it try to pitch soft, but it's almost like hitting onto a ping pong table there. You get no spin whatsoever. This is going to be a real test for her on this angle. It's a pretty shallow target. Going to carry the greenside bunkers in front of her, but not threaten the bunker that Park Min-ji almost went into on the far side from this angle. Did the right thing, looked out towards the fat portion of the green, a little bit left of the target. Like I say, it's under 300 meters, but it's given the players all sorts of problems here on day 1 of the McCol Mono Park Ladies Open. So 114 through the back of the green for Park Geol. Send this one out well left, try and catch the slope about 8 feet short and just let it feed on down. And that is a poor read, and an even poorer putt. This could roll off the front of the green for Park Geol if she's not careful. Oh, that's an absolutely woeful effort. She's really struggling to get any sort of positive momentum working here on day 1. Back up to Lee Dong-eun on the tee. Try and find the left half of this fairway if possible. Fiddly one for Chun Yi-sung at 13. Ball's going to be above her feet, but just needs to carry it past the halfway point. It's fairly flat around the whole location today. Trying to bump it through the fringe. She'll have 8 feet left for par. Ina for birdie. And again, another player misreading it from the top side of 14. Everything about that putt just screams left to right, but everyone's starting it right of the hole. Back to 13 and Minji's third. Much better judgment from Park there. Go up on the tee at 14. So just want a bit of an extra look. Is it going to cling on to the fairway? Oh, yes, it will. So surely someone's got to read this right. Will it be Im Jin-hee? She may be a little bit spooked by the efforts of Gail and Ina, going to come up well short. A lengthy one for Seong Hui at 13, but nicely judged for pace. Gail. This 30-footer for par at 14 just gives you a sense of the trouble that awaits these players if you're just slightly off the mark round Birch Hill. A testy one there for Chinese Sung here. Should just want to peel a little from right to left, but I don't think you need to start it anything more than half a ball outside right. Almost be inclined to start this right edge with good pace. Well holed, good up and down, will keep Chinese Sung level par. Min Kyung at the 14th. If you could find that little pocket, it's a good birdie opportunity. And find the pocket she does. So Minji to consolidate a par at 13. Okay, well done. The shadows here, Lee Young coming up to the 16th hole. Just finding a little bit of form towards the end part of her round. That's an excellent shot for Young. Now Ro Seung Hui back on 14 tee. Likes to work it from right to left. So many of the great lady players in South Korea, Park Min-ji. It's about as good as I've seen her swing the golf club all season long on the KLPGA Tour. Had her health issues towards the end of 2023, but thankfully it looks like they're a thing of the past for the prodigiously talented South Korean. Now Sargent with an 8 iron into the 16th, playing alongside Lee Ga-young. Like Ga-young, it's an excellent shot. Birdies have been bountiful here on day one. Min-ji and Min-kyung trying to make inroads into that healthy lead of So Yeon-jung. It was a decent effort for birdie there. Par here on 14, not a bad thing for Kim Min-ju. He's really enjoyed a very economical trek around Birch Hill in this opening round. Now back to 60 through the shadows here. Jin Sun. This one's on a nice line. Just absolutely hammered for pace. Great look here for Choi Min-jae. Right to lefter. Sargent at 16. I find it tough putting through shadows. Really messes with your depth perception. Tough to pick out a start line as well. Oh, just forgot to hit it, Sargent. Oh dear. Nothing to this for Choi Min-kyung's par at the 14th. 7 birdies and a drop shot on her scorecard today.
Okay.
Guyang. Surely she can convert from here. And convert she will. Nice birdie there for Lee Guyang. Take away that bogey at the par 5 10th, and she's having a very solid day. Im Jin Hee back in the fairway, or the right rough, I should say, at 15. Craftily worked out there from the 6-time KLPGA Tour champion. That's fabulous. Seung Hui. And the only mistake here into 14 is going long left. That really leaves you a very tough up and down. Just ask Park Gae-yeol. That leaves you a very good look at birdie. Fine shot there from Seung Hui. Can Minji follow in? It's some excellent iron shots today. You can add that to the list. It's even better than Roh Seung Hui's. Continuing to pepper pins is Park. Oh, perhaps the name of 18-time KLP going to inch ever closer to our pace setter, So Yun Jung. It's a narrow lead on that birdie. Back at the 14th, Choi Min Ting up on 15T. Gets a tee shot safely in play down the left-hand side of this par 4. Ro Seong Hui stayed very patient today. Has a chance to pick off a rare birdie here at the 14th. That's exactly what she will do. Lovely 3 there from Ro Seong Hui. Enjoying a very clean start to her week. Jun Hee again loves to play these with pace. Not too much break in this. Almost a foregone conclusion in my mind that she's going to get to 3 under par. Watch how she keeps that locked. So that's straight left forearm running up the inside of her putting grip. Keeps that club face so square as she rocks her shoulders. Nice birdie there for Im Jin Hee, who's having a much better back line than she was front. Now Park Min Ji to get to 7 under to within 2 of So Yun Jung. Ooh, just a little left off the blade. You could see it. She squanders a golden opportunity there, does the 19-time winner. Remains at 6 under par alongside Choi Min Kyung, who's now sizing up her second shot into the 15th. Good shot. Is it going to stay there? Yes, it will. That's more like it from Choi Min Kyung. It's more reminiscent of the golfer that we saw on the front nine, which he blitzed the outward half in 30 strokes. Yeah, Kim Min-ju. I'd have to opt to play something like we saw Han Jun-seon do on this hole. Just pitch it short of the green, bounce on, and then go tumbling along. Just like that. Couldn't draw it up any better for Kim Min-ju. Wonderful execution. You'd think Lee Donglin's got to do the same coming out of that step cut of rough. Pitch it on the green. I just don't see any way that this is going to hold. Really got good elevation on that. That's pretty well done. Back up on the tee. Ro Seong Hui, fresh off that birdie at 14, will have the honour. ENG. Good tee shot away here. It's a much more attackable pin than the one back at 14. Jenny Sun back at 1 over par now. Birdie opportunity for Choi Min Kyung to get back within 2 shots of the championship lead, currently held by So Yun Jung at 9 under par. Does it come back from all the way out there? Oh, you bet! Oh, no! Denied. Just hung on that right lip, refused to shimmy back left. A great try, though, from Choi Min Kyung. Minju to quietly get herself up to 4 under par. Much like Rose Young Wei, she's just having a very solid afternoon. That is Yong, and what's happening here? Ball in hand. Is that perhaps an unplayable lie for the big hitter? Up ahead at 16. He, who like Lee Young, is racing towards the clubhouse. She's got it to 3 under after a birdie at the 15th. 107 left here. Prime position to attack. Comes up well short. Could have done with an extra club there. Just a little comebacker left for Minju's par up on the green. Just a little kick in left for Choi Min Kyung to stay at 6 under. First look at the 17th today. This fairly lengthy birdie putt for So Jin. Very nicely worked out for pace. Leading cause of 3 putts. Not so much poor line reading, more bad pace. You're never going to be too far off, even if you're slightly off with your line. If you've got good speed, point that So Jin's displayed rather nicely there at the par 3. Ro Seung Hui to play first from 131. Played it very nicely. Minji. She's been leaning on some good iron play this season to propel her to her 5 top 10 finishes in the 9 starts she's made. Only missed the cut once. Look at this. Oh. Flagging it from everywhere is Park Min-ji. So she'll have a look to get to 7 under par in just a couple of moments' time. Try to make inroads into that impressive lead of Soy and Jung, set up by that wonderful opening round of 63 this morning. just misjudged the yardage with that second shot. Im Jin Hee into 16. Looked like she made good contact with it, but it's come up a good 30 feet short. Sadly, the putt's going to come up short as well. But making her first start on the KLPGA Tour this season. Haven't seen her since she took down the SK Telecom Championship in November to end what was her best ever season on the KLPGA Tour. Went off to LPGA Tour Q School, got her card there, and has been playing stateside ever since. Now, Ro Seong Hui back on the 15th for birdie. That was just going to funnel off low. Bit of a misread there for Ro. So Park Min-ji squandered a great look on the 14th. I'll be shocked if she doesn't pounce on this one here at the 15th, just outside at 10 feet. To get this started on line, coming downhill. It's like a bit of a push there. She's giving herself chances, but she's just been stuck on neutral at 6 under par. Pyong up into the 16th from 134. I think she got that one out of the bottom of the club. Not her best strike. Okay. Ro Seong Hui will stay 2 under. It's a sharp dogleg on this par 4 16, so not only important to keep it in the fairway, but not turn it over so much that it could be in the fairway, but blocked out by those trees on the left-hand side. That could be the case there for Seong Hui. Actually far enough down where those overhanging branches aren't going to be a bother. Minju, you should love to find one more birdie. Post the low round of the afternoon wave, go out in much easier conditions tomorrow morning and try to set a target going into Sunday. I'm going to get a friendly kick, but problem persists there. Is she going to have clear line of sight to the green? Up ahead, Choi Min Kyung came up woefully short with that approach, but not a difficult pitch here. Can throw it out a little right, trying to use the slope to funnel it towards the pin. Yeah, very nicely judged. Junhee, good tee shot into this back left pin on 17. Birdie putt, an opportunity to claw herself to 4 under. Tracking, got it. Wonderful 2 there from Im Jin-hee. She is certainly found her touch on the greens on this back 9. Now, Lee Ga-young at the closing hole, the 18th. Choi Min Kyung, beg your pardon, Kim Min Joo, looking for a birdie of her own at the 16th. Now, just lacked a little conviction that from Kim. Park Gale could desperately do with a birdie or 2. This is a decent look. She's just seen the line from Im Jin-hee, and she will follow her in. Lovely deuce for Park Gale. A little deep, a little long, and a little off the mark there. Sorogen. Chen Yi Sung from the middle of the fairway here at 16. And so many of these greens here at Birch Hill raised. So Minji just sort of far enough up where, see those pine trees on the right, not going to be in her way. She can start it on the tree line, just turn it back towards this pin, as she normally does. Lost it outright, clipped a couple of branches, and yeah, it's going to come up short there for Park. Still, we saw Choi Min Kyung there earlier, not a difficult pitch. Hui, like Minji, trees are not going to be a bother for her, but they're always just the back of your mind, aren't they? Impact, and you could go clattering amongst those branches. Threw it well up into that green. Haven't seen anyone through the back of this 16th green before, but that's going to get a little help off that slope. Come on. Keep feeding back. I'm not sure she meant to use that back slope, but guarantee you she's pretty glad it's there. That's good from Ro Seung Hui. As it was at the top of the show, it's still So Yun Chung, 3 clear at the top of the leaderboard here on day 1 at the Yongpyong Resort. Just on the back edge of this 18th green is where we find Saw Jin putting for birdie at this par 5. It's tracking. It'll drop. Nice way to end the day for Saw Jin. That'll be a round of 68 for her. Got a little colourful round the turn, but just the 2 drop shots for Saw. Back to Park Min-ji at the 16th. Ample green to work with here. So many different ways to play this shot trajectory-wise. It's very much down to what suits her eye. Pretty nicely played, but still some work to do for Park. Yeah, to the tee at 17 for Kim Min-ju and this back left flag. Okay, it's not going to hold, but that's good. That's an okay place to leave it. Just underread that one ever so slightly. Be a pretty steady start to Lee Ga-young's week. Back to Chen Yi-sung on 16, putting through the lengthening shadows here. See the green starting to slow up as well. Now Min Kyung on the 17th tee. Shot really calls for a high towering draw. So when these modern rescue clubs make it so much easier to do than having to hit a long iron in the old days, but she's leaked this right. Oh, well right. That's going to be a doozy of a 2-putt left for Choi Min Kyung. This would be a bonus birdie for Ro Seong-hui at 16. Not to be. So, Lee Ga-young to complete her opening round in 69 strokes. Well done, Lee Ga-young. Chasing a second title of her career and a first stroke play championship on the KLPGA Tour, winner of the Korit Championship 2 years ago. It was a modified Stableford event. Now, Park Min-ji for Park to remain clean on her scorecard. Yeah. Oh. Thought she had that. Just stayed right at the end. So an untimely bogey at 16 will drop Park Min-ji back to 5 under. So just anything inside of 3 feet. Choi Min Kyung will be more than pleased with that. It's just about 3 feet. Not bad. Certainly from that range. And Jinhee coming up the last. He's been on a tear this back 9. She'll fancy attacking this pin from 80 meters. Preeminent wedge players in the game here in South Korea. Bit off the mark there at the last though. Kim Min-ju from the back of 17 for birdie. Not going to come back from out there, but that'll be a solid 2-putt par. Park Gaeol. 10 yards closer than Im Jin Hee. Oh, much closer. Look at this for Park Gaeol. Well, that is going to be a welcome sight for her. She'll tap that one in, and it'll be a level par 72 for Park. He's really been through the ringer today. Doubles, birdies, and everything in between. Now Min Kyung for her par back at the 17th. So back left flag for Ro Seung-hui on the 17th. Just got to be in that left third of the green, because if you just leak it out about 25 feet right of this pin, there's a little slope that feeds it back towards the middle portion of this par 3. Okay. It's going to just roll through the back edge, but that's okay. So, just that left for Park Gaeol's opening round of 72 after an excellent wedge shot from 68 meters. Nice way to end the day for Park Gaeol. Battled hard, birdie finish, 2 doubles on the card, but it all tot up to an even par 72. Back left pin set up nicely for Minji's stock draw. Safely on the green, but not exactly what you would call in birdie range. Im Jin Hee. This for birdie on 18. Should move a little off her left. Just didn't hit it. Still, welcome back to the KLPGA Tour, Im Jin Hee. It's been a successful rookie campaign on the LPGA Tour in America thus far for Jin Hee. She will signal her return to South Korean women's golf this week with an opening round of 68. Really good back nine there from the 6-time tour titleist as we go back to the tee, and Kim Bin-ju with the driver. Choi Min-kyung. Does she have one last birdie in it? She's already thrown 7 at Birch Hill today. Only bogey coming back out the 12th. She's lost this one a little right, but not going to be too much of a problem. Gets a nice kick back under the short stuff.
잡아주긴 하는데 이런 데까지 유입 가지고 그림까지 14. 좀 지나가도 되니까.
그림자 안쪽으로?
그림자보다 안쪽으로. 거의 그림자 가까이 그냥 가본다고 생각하지.
First 10 feet, 8 feet of this is going to be uphill, and then it's going to just coast downhill all the way to the cup. Electing to chip this one is Jun Yi-sung, and I think that's the right play. You carry on the downslope, get a bit of check with that first bounce, and then just have it tumble down to that pin. Yeah, very nicely played indeed from Jun Yi-sung.
그냥 해도 돼.
Much like Choi Min Kyung ahead, all about pace this one for Minji. Just anything inside of 3 feet, she's done well. Much like Choi Min Kyung, she's going to have just outside of 3 feet for par.
그림자 중앙 정도 봐줘야 돼.
난 딱 중앙 더 볼 필요는 없어.
약간 내리막으로 가.
그래도 저기서부터는 내리막 옆라인으로 가야 돼.
Yeah, Seung Hui downhill to start, then just flattens out around the cup. A decent effort. Just a layup here from 247 for Kim Min-joo. These are the ones that you don't really want late in your round. Just little testy par-saving putts, especially after coming off the back of your first bogey of the championship. Okay, slides that one at the right edge for Park Min-ji. 5 under with the par 5 18th to come. Where we find Choi Min Kyung playing her second. Should also be a layup for Choi. She was the only player to reach the screen in 2 a couple years back in her rookie season. Ina, this is Lee Doan, a rookie on tour this year, going for it into this opening round of the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open, and reminiscent to what Yun Ina did back then. She's just going to go through the back of the green, but that's 2 good hits for the youngster. Got to the featured group on the 18th tee. Korean Women's Open champion leading us off. She'd love a Park Gale-like finish here. Chen Yi-sung, 1 over par at the moment. Well down that leaderboard and already 10 behind So Yun Jung's lead. Park Min-ji, last to go. As we just eke towards the end of our opening round coverage here at Birch Hill, the 800 million Korean won McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. So Yun Jung leads the way after that blistering opening round of 63. Many have tried to get close to her, none better than Choi Min Kyung, who got it to 7 under at one stage of this championship, but looks like that lead is going to be at least 3 shots going into tomorrow's second round. That's a great shot into the 18th hole for Kim Min-ju. Gotta love golf courses that end with par 5s. Really offers so many permutations and possibilities. Come Championship Sunday, the last couple of groups. Now Choi Min Kyung, 66 meters left. Plays a touch longer coming uphill. Didn't like the contact on that. Luckily had some grab on it.
플레이하겠습니다.
Set out to Lee Dong-eun, who's just through the back of this 18th after 2 big hits. A pretty elementary little pitch shot left for the runner-up at Kim Hae-gaya. She has not played that well at all. It's not a difficult shot, just decelerated into the ball. Sun coming up the hill. Yep, lays that one up nicely. Xiong Hui. Love to see the organisers just move the tee up maybe a box or two on 18. Make this gettable for players not named Bang Shin-sil or Yun Ina in the field. Yeah, Lee Jong-un. It's a poor pitch, but a chance to rectify the situation. Still has this for birdie. No. Two great shots into this green, and it's only going to be a par to end the day for Lee Dong-un. Still starts her week with a 70. Minji. Flights one in a little bit lower, gets it chasing up there. Xiong Hui. So she's just got the hybrid up here, so not trying to push it up as far as she can. Let's rather hang back a little bit, give herself a slightly fuller shot into this green.
영어여가지고 써 있는 게.
아니 저는 SH가 써 있는데.
I believe what's happened is she thought her ball maybe oscillated as she went in to take her stance, but as long as you haven't caused the ball to move, there's no penalty. And I think it was one of the more popular rules changes in the last couple of years. In the old days, you would have been penalised a shot. Oh no. She actually thought that was her ball. That was Park Min-ji's, in fact. Silly me and silly Ro Seung-hui. Just as well she's checked that, because if she had hit Park Min-ji's ball, that in fact would have been a penalty. So we go back up to the green, and Choi Min-kyung for the low round of the afternoon. This would be a 65 if this birdie putt finds its target. Just a bit of a weak effort there. Still, take nothing away from her. That's a great way to start her week in the tougher of the two waves. 66 for Choi Min-kyung on day one of the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. 7 under through 10. Did pick up a birdie since. She'll have the benefit of slightly easier conditions for the second round tomorrow morning. Kim Min-ju for a round of 68. Really solid start. Good round of golf today from Kim Min-ju. Not a bogey on her scorecard. Sung closer to an even 100 meters from here to this final green. If she gets this nicely, should get it to stop pretty quickly. Almost too quickly. That's a bit unlucky for Jun Yi-sung, you have to say. Minjee, just to abbreviate it, sawed off follow through, trying to control the spin on that, and well, as that stays there, yep, she'll have the uphill putt for birdie to match the low round of the afternoon starters set by Choi Min Kyung in the group in front. Seong-hui hasn't done anything wrong today, hasn't done too much right either, still 2 under. Shows you a reflection of the quality player that she has turned out to be since winning the title at Rainbow Hills 2 weeks ago. Wonderful shot there, good chance to end her day with a round in the 60s. Early doors, we thought Park Min-ji was going to make the big run of the afternoon wave, pars in her first 3 holes, and then this, her first birdie of the day, coming at the 4th. Wasted no time in collecting a second with this curling birdie effort at the 5th. Before she started showing off a little bit. I mean, this was ridiculous from the lower middle section of the 6th green. Nothing but net for 3 in a row. And then at 7, another brilliant iron shot set up an opportunity for 4 in a row. And then an easy conversion for birdie at the par 5/8. 5 birdies on the bounce. Park Min-ji was soaring through the early stages of her round. Waited a while before that next birdie, which would come at 12. Unfortunately, a drop shot at the 16th hole would slip her back to 5 under. Still was a good stroke. Perhaps maybe a little bit of a misread through the lengthening shadows around that green. For Jun Yi-sung, this birdie effort from just outside of 30 feet, going to come up shy, and it's going to be a bit of a frustrating start to the week for Yi-sung. The putts that right-handed golfers like, uphill right to lefters, but late in the day just got to give this a bit more speed. Lovely for Park Min-ji. That's a stellar opening round of 66 for the lady who has claimed 19 titles in her career on the KLPGA Tour, seeking an unprecedented 20th this week at the Yong Pyong Resort. And look here. Again, just stand over the start line, give it enough pace, and she matched up line and speed very nicely there. 7 birdies in her opening round for Park Min-ji, chasing a second win of the year. We've already had 3 multiple-time winners in 2024. Will Min-ji make it 4 this week? Ro Seung-hui for around in the 60s. Great wedge shot, setting up this birdie opportunity. But just one too many of those today for the Korean Women's Open champion. She'll start her week with a 2 under par 70. It's going to be a 73 for Jen Yi-sung. Work to be done tomorrow. She wants to make the halfway cut here at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. So let's reflect on the opening round here at the Yong Pyong Resort. Start with action from earlier today. So Yeon Jung is absolutely on the charge. 7 under par already for her round at this point. And she would take it to 8 with this putt for birdie at the 7th. And then coming into the 9th, blemish-free on the day. Why not end your day with a fantastic iron shot and a nicely holed putt to set the target at 9 under par. The 8th hole would also see a birdie from Kim Min-byul, last season's Rookie of the Year. She would end her day with a 66. Wonderful long bunker shot to a difficult back pin position at this par 5. Really nicely judged. Yeah, that one would roll and rattle in nicely for the Player of the Year, Lee Won, who currently leads the KLPGA Tour points list off the back of a couple of victories already. And how about this? We can watch this again and again. Park Min-ji at the par 3-6 from the middle of the green after a poor tee shot. Wouldn't matter one bit to Min-ji. She'd walk off with a birdie too. At the par 5 10th, Choi Min-kyung, who raced around the front 9 in 30 strokes. This birdie took a 7 under par through 10. Unfortunately, wouldn't make another birdie after this. In fact, dropped a shot coming back, but still a very solid opening round of 66 for Choi. At 17, Im Jin-hee turned an even par, but then started to get the measure of the greens. Birdies at 10, 11, and another here at 17. And Injun, he got it to 4 under par. At the 18th, Park Min-ji would equal Choi Min-kyung's opening round efforts of 66 with one final birdie at the closing hole. So as the curtain falls on day one here at the Yong Pyong Resort, it's still So Yeon-jung who leads after that blistering 63, but there is a quintet of chasers at 6 under par, only 3 shots back. Join us tomorrow for more action here on the KLPGA Tour. Bye-bye for now.